Hey everyone, it's Tina and I'm back with another episode of Dollar Tree Gourmet. That's right, Dollar Tree Gourmet, where we make gourmet recipes from Dollar Tree ingredients. Tonight's recipe is going to be a luscious, delicious pineapple cheesecake, and we're going to serve them in these little individual glasses. It's going to be so cute and so delicious, guys. I can't wait to share it with you. And the best part, it only has 5 ingredients. Let's get started. So the first ingredient that you're going to need is some chunk pineapple in a can. I've got here a can of Libby's. They sell different varieties there sometimes, so just grab a can of chunk pineapple. That's what you're going to need. And what I've gone ahead and done is pulled out 4 pieces of this, 4 of the little cubes, to save to garnish the rims of my glasses with. The next ingredient is just 2 tablespoons of sugar. Next, I've got about a third of a cup, maybe 5 tablespoons of melted butter, or you can use margarine, that'll work just fine as well. The next thing that I have is 8 ounces of cream cheese, which is totally softened. I left this on the counter for about an hour and a half, and it wasn't really soft enough for me, so I stuck it in the microwave for about 30 seconds, and now it's absolutely perfect. Yeah, make sure this is super duper soft. Next, I have some spray whipped topping. I'm going to be totally honest, guys, this particular can I did not get at the Dollar Tree. I'm so sorry. I thought we had some left over from our last recipe. It turns out we didn't, so I had to make an emergency run to the store so I could film this video for you guys tonight. But anyway, it's just spray whipped topping. They do sell it in the refrigerated section at the Dollar Tree. This is not the brand that they sell there, so don't look at that, but they do sell it there. Finally, all you're going to need is about 5 ounces of cookies crushed. I used here just like a vanilla wafer type cookie, just a vanilla flavored cookie, but you can use anything that you like. If you want chocolate or ginger snaps, whatever you like, if there's graham crackers there, that would be absolutely wonderful as well. Anything that you like to use. I just put about 5 ounces in this Ziploc bag and just crush them super duper fine. Alright guys, that's it. That's all the ingredients that you're going to need. The only other thing that you will need is an electric mixer. I'm going to be using a handheld here for this recipe tonight, but that's it. So let's get started. First thing that we're going to want to do is go ahead and dump our cookie crumb mixture into our butter and just give those a good stir with a fork. Just a little hint, I like to reserve maybe just a tablespoonful, not even, well, maybe around a tablespoonful of these crumbs, just to kind of sprinkle over the top of the cheesecakes just to make them pop and give them that extra special touch. But once you've got all of your crumbs in here, aside from a tablespoon, you don't have to do that, it's just something I like to do. Go ahead and stir everything up really well. Okay guys, once you're done stirring all of that up, it's going to resemble this really crumbly, kind of like buttery cookie mixture. Oh my gosh guys, can we just eat this like this? I don't even know if we need to continue with the recipe anymore, but so what you're going to want to do is take this mixture and divide it evenly between your 4 individual bowls. Now I will say that if you do want to make this into one cheesecake that you don't want, to have served individually, that's totally fine. The only thing is, guys, by doing it this way, we're doing it no bake. So when you go to cut that cheesecake out, you have to understand it's not going to hold together well on the bottom. It's not going to look very pretty. If you want to do it that way, it's totally fine. I kind of serve it as like a scoop cake versus like a cake or cheesecake that you would expect to be able to cut like that, just so you guys have a heads up on that, but that's no problem. Alright guys, we've got our cookie crumb butter mixture evenly divided between these 4 cute little glasses here, as you can see. So the next step is going to be taking that can of pineapple and dividing what's left of it after you take out your little garnishing pieces and dividing that in 2. So what you're going to do is leave half of it in the bottom of the can completely whole like that. That's going to go inside of our cheesecake mixture, so go ahead and add that to your cream cheese. The other half, I went ahead and took and separated it out and ran my knife through it a few times just to kind of give it like more of a crumbly texture, because we're going to be adding that as a layer inside of our cheesecake. These chunks were just a little bit too big for me to put, as a layer in the cheesecake. They were too chunky, so I just like chopped it up a little bit. As you can see, it doesn't have the consistency of crushed pineapple if you've ever worked with that, but it does have like kind of an in-between texture to it. So go ahead and do that. Add your pineapple to the cream cheese mixture, and then take that 2 tablespoons of sugar and go ahead and add that as well. Alright guys, the next thing we're going to do is just take our electric mixture here and beat this really well. You want all of that pineapple to break down into the cream cheese, incorporate that sugar really well, make sure it all dissolves, and then we'll move on to the next step. I'm done mixing together the cream cheese, the sugar, and the pineapple chunks that we had, and it came out something like this. It's a little bit, it looks very thin, but don't worry about it. It's going to set up in the refrigerator, and I tasted it, guys. Oh my gosh. If you're a cheesecake fan, you are going to love this. So we're just going to finish off this recipe super duper simply, guys. This is so easy. It literally takes about 10-15 minutes to make. Awesome. So what you're going to want to do is take some of that whipped cream that you have here in your can, go ahead and add about a cup or maybe a cup and a half or so. Okay, I just added kind of like a thin layer right over the top, and then take a spoon like this. Do not beat this in, because what's going to happen is if you add this in while you're beating the cream cheese mixture, it's just going to collapse. So what we're trying to do is add a little bit of airiness to the cheesecake so that it's not so dense and heavy. So once you've got the spray topping in there, go ahead and fold it in very, very gently. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing, but it's kind of just like this. I mean, literally baby this. Okay guys, now once that's done, once you fold it in that layer of whipped topping that we've kind of put into the cheesecake mixture here, you're gonna have something that looks kind of like this. I hope you guys can see this. It looks like a heavenly, like, pineapple cheesecake cloud almost. It's really light, it's super duper airy, and the next steps are so, so simple. All you're gonna have to do is take that reserved pineapple, the first half that we took out of the can and that we kind of crushed up or chopped very, very coarsely with our knife, and just add a small layer of that to your cups, just like this. Go ahead and spread it around. Once that step is done, it's going to look something like this. Go ahead and take a spoon. I've got here like a large metal spoon. I'm not going to use the spoon that I used to kind of fold everything in because it's a little too big and I want to try to keep these as pretty as possible. So go ahead and take that in, drop it right in the middle just like that. Try not to hit the edges. Once that cheesecake layer is in, just go ahead and take it on your countertop like this. Just give it a really small tap. You just kind of want that cheesecake to settle in. The next steps are so simple, guys. I'm going to take one of those little chunks of pineapple that we reserved earlier out of the can. Just stick it here on the side. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the crumbs from the cookie, from the crust that we made earlier, and just sprinkle it right on top. Voila! We are completely done. Just continue to fill up your glasses exactly the same way, using a layer of pineapple, then the cheesecake mixture, then a pineapple garnish, and a little bit of the crumb mixture, and you're totally done with this, guys. How easy was that? Alright, well I thank you guys so, so much for watching. If you do like my recipes, please do subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!